Hello, hello, it's Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts, and we are back to build something new today. I'm sure somebody else has done this, believe me, but I haven't seen it. So it is new to me, and so I'm going to start my timer because this one won't take a little time. Not a lot of time, but a little time. A lot of little. Okay, here it is. So now this one is a little too tall. But I decided to leave it tall so when I insert it in the journal, I can glue on these three sides, and then I have a nice place to put like an envelope with a letter in it to the new owner. So I kind of like that idea. Now, I used single-sided decorator paper, which means the back is white. And so you can see here when I made my fold, the white shows up. So you will want to bring along some ink of some color to cover up those areas where it gets too, and maybe put a new thing on it. This one, I think my pad is going bad. Probably because I do this. Anyway, you want to bring something along to ink it up, whether it's this color or that color, whatever color you like. I probably won't ink today as I go, just because it takes so much time. Okay, so here we are. This is made out of a 12 by 12 sheet. This right here. There might be like an extra little piece here or there, but I don't think so. So we have this and this, and then we have this, and we have this, and if you look and pull that down, we now have a writing place, a journal card inside of here. Now, there is a magnet in here, so you'll need a magnet, or you'll want to bring along something to make a little tie right here. You can always put a little string on the back and put a tie here, a circle with a little tie. You know what I'm saying? I think you do. We might do that later. Well, I probably won't have time today because I have to remember how I did this. So anyway, that is my idea for the day, because we have this really cool place. So you'll need scissors, magnets, 2 magnets. I'm using some tape to help hold my magnets, so you might want some tape, or some glue dots work perfect. I love glue dots even better, but I just didn't get those out. I'm going to use a scallop punch or a curve punch, 1/4 or 1/2 inch, doesn't matter. I need a thumb notch, so I'm going to use this, and this is 1 inch, I believe. It's not marked on this one, but I think it's a 1 inch. You might need a ruler if you're me. If you're not me, you might not need a ruler. You will need some glue and some glue. You'll need a 12 by 12 paper, or if you want to make 2 of these, get 2 different 12 by 12 papers, and you can mix these, put some of these in one, and anyway, you know what I mean? So maybe we'll make 2, so we can do that. What else? You might need a pencil to mark your places off, and of course scissors, and I said magnets, so there we go. You might want to bring along just, you will need a piece of coffee dyed paper for this, or a plain piece of paper, whatever you want, whatever blank paper you want to use. Or you can put a surprise in there, a letter, I don't know, something. So you'll want to bring along a piece of this, coffee dyed 8.5 by 11. You also need to cover the backs of these, so you'll just about use that up. Okay? All right, let's get started. So the first thing I did was, I hope I do this right. I measured this up. Now this is going one direction. That could be a problem. That means my inside one is going to be upside down. My inside one is this one. So I need to pick a different piece of paper. This will not work. Do pick one that can go either direction. Like this. This can go either way. Okay, so you will need to score this at 4. Let's see, you'll need to score this at a 1/2 inch to begin with. 1/2 inch. And then you want to go over to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 inches, and give it a score. Now you have what is starting to look like a 4-inch wide pocket, or 4.5. Now, we need to score this piece here. So how tall did I make it? It is almost 4.5 inches tall. So let's rotate this one direction. And the one that we want at 4.5 inches. So your paper's this way. We've scored and scored. You're going to turn this around and you're going to score this at 4.5 inches right here. It's a tall pocket. If you want to make it a little smaller, you could. But I'm going to go ahead and score across my paper at 4.5 inches. Okay. Now, we have one more score that we need to make, and that is going to be at 4 inches, I believe. Let me see. Yes, at 4 inches. So because I'm on 4.5, it's going to go to 8.5. These are your journal cards. So let's cut those off. Okay. Now when we put this back in here, so we originally scored here at a 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and then at 4.5 inches. That's going to give us a 4-inch pocket with a gusset of a 1/2 inch. Then we turn this around this direction, going clockwise, and we scored at 4.5 inches here, towards the bottom piece of the paper. We flipped it back around and scored it at 8.5 inches. We're going to cut off this 8.5 inch mark right now. And you're best to cut it probably just inside the line, because we don't want it sticking out anywhere. It's hard to see, so let me make it a little easier to see here. I'm going to give it a quick little fold. And I'm going to take some ink. I'm just going to make it so you and I can both see it. There it is, see? That's our 8.5 inch line. You want me to do that to the rest so you can see them all? Okay. Thought I heard somebody say that to me. So I will do that. Okay, so there is our original 4.5, and then our 8.5. And then down towards the bottom, we have a 4.5 inch score. Okay. And then right over here, we have might as well just show you each little step. It's a lot easier that way, isn't it? Okay. All right, there we go. See? All done up. Okay, so let's cut off this last piece at the 8.5 inch mark. And my paper seems to be a little crooked, so it's probably just how I got the ink on it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that off, and now I want to cut that line off. It's just a little hair left over that we don't need there. There we go. Okay. Cut it apart here at that 4.5 inch mark on the bottom. There we go. These you're going to put aside. Okay, now this piece, we need to cut off this piece right here. Now you can save that to do something else with it if you'd like. I'm going to find my scissors. I want to clip it at a little angle right here to that line. And then I'm going to put this in my trimmer here. And I'm going to go ahead and trim that line off there. Okay. There. La la la. Going to trim that off. There we go. Okay. So now we have all this weirdness here. What do we do with it? We are going to, I believe I did this. Trim this right here to that center line. We're going to fold this right to here and glue it down. But let's wait. Oh, I shouldn't have cut my gusset off. Oopsie daisy. Oh, this piece, I should have left it. Put it back on, put it back on. Hurry, hurry, hurry. We'll make one to go with it. It's easy enough to make a gusset, or whatever you want to call those. I will make it out of this. I need one of these out anyway. Oh, I just am so mad at myself for doing that. So we need a gusset there. So with me, you get the whole chamois. That means if I make a mistake, you might make one too. Oh, that's not going to work. I need something stronger. Oh, let's use this. It's all ready to go. Excellent. Excellent. So you need about a 1 inch piece to get a 1/2 inch gusset or fold area. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Let's go ahead and clip this off right here. It's going to go right in there. I am so sorry about that. But it's the way it goes. Just zipping right along, and I didn't even think about it becoming a pocket there, because I had made it so many oh darn it, I made it so many times a different way that I totally goofed that up. Sorry, she goofed it up. So that's the way it is. All right, moving on. And putting back on this piece. And let's see. That is going to be the top, I believe. And now we'll put it on this way. Let's go ahead and do this one. This is the correct one. Okay, now you would think that you would glue down here, but you don't. You actually glue along this line here. Okay. There's that one. And now you're going to glue this one over to here. Let me push this down a little bit better. And we're going to put glue along here. So if you cut that off and made my mistake, I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry. It's easy enough to fix, as you can see. Okay, so here we go. Now we have it right. Now we're going to flip this over this way and get everything all nice and even. We're going to fold this up this way and make sure our glue is adhered here on the bottoms. There it is. I have a little bit sticking out there. My gusset was just a little bit too pointy there. Okay, so now we need to put in our thumb notches. I'm just going to guesstimate the middle here. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. There. And then this one, somewhere, you know, similar, a similar spot. So they're kind of even. Okay. So there's that part. Now, we need to open this up and then close it. And now I'm going to get my magnets. So hold 1 second right there. Here we go. And I am using the thinnest magnets that I have and the tiniest ones that I have. Now these magnets come with a plus and minus on them, but really magnets are a plus and minus always on, you know, every magnet has a plus and minus side. All the plus sides are the same, all the minus sides are the same on the magnets. So if you get 2 minus ones, don't worry about it, because the other side is a plus of your magnet. So just a thought there. Just a thought. Okay, I need to put this, just a line here for a second. Real light line. And it's just so that I can measure this. Right here, I'm measuring now for my journaling spot, and of course I'm using coffee dyed paper. My little line is right there, so I'm going to go right here and right here. I'm going to move this down so my little pencil line is just on this side of the line. Oh yeah, that's right. And then I'm going to go right to here. Okay, so first cut is down the long way. And your magnets will stick to the bottoms of these a lot of times, so if you lose your magnets, always check the bottom of your trimmer. The other place is they will stick to the bottom here because these have a magnet in them. a lot of times to hold stuff in. I don't know. So that is, oh, okay. Let's hope I did this the right way. My goodness. Okay. Alrighty. So I have my false line there. And the magnets, these magnets, underneath this pretty little plus sign is some glue. So I'm going to glue that down here. And I'm going to put it down below this line and inside of that line. Right about there. Now I'm going to put just a little tiny piece of tape on top of it because I like to make sure that it's securing itself. There we go, works for me. And I like to put a little glue on top, extra careful, and then glue around this magnet just so the glue holds it in place. Going to go around my piece of paper here, my journaling card area. Make sure you put this on the right direction. Okay, now your other magnet. Oh, look at that. See, it'll flip over on the plus side because I put the plus side down on the other one. So now this one is going to, the plus will attach to the minus. Okay, so I'm going to need a little piece of tape right there because my tape piece is already down. Going to have to trim that off there because I could see it was going to stick up above the magnet. There we go. Okay, now we have our tape. We're going to flip that over, or flip this over. Press it down good. And there it is. And our little ring will show through there. Take off the tape on there. A little bit of glue. A little bit of glue around it. Just adhere it down good. You can always cover those spots up with a dot. Make sure you go in the correct direction. Yeah, now if you don't like that dot there, see if you have like a flower that you could put on it or something that will kind of make sense to you there. Otherwise, there it is. Now, if you've used the same, only made one of these, then you would use these to make your journaling cards. But if you made two of these, exactly the same, then you would use the other color for your journaling cards, which is what I was planning on doing with this, because I thought this would be a pretty journaling card on that. So let's go ahead and use this. Now we need it cut at 4 well, a little less than 4 inches. So let's do that first. And it's just because I want to make a contrasting, something, a little different color sticking out of those. So we're going to go 3 7/8 of an inch. Maybe that's, we can go less. 3.5. There we go. That'll make a nice journaling card. And then we trim this one at 4.5. 4.5. Right there. And then we have our 2 cards. Let's see how they will look in here. Yeah, they will look very pretty. There we go. So, what we need to do now is cover the backs of these with our, with some paper. I'll go ahead and just glue this right onto here because, glue this onto here, because we'll trim around it. And you want to be sure that you're going right side up and not upside down. Yesterday I was making some ideas up for today, and I kept doing them upside down. I couldn't believe it. Now I trimmed off some extra paper on that and used it, so I need to get out another sheet. Otherwise, it would just, if you're just using the one color, it's just going to take one sheet. Let's see. Yeah, that won't fit on there. I could use, oh, this might work. Could use that, but it doesn't really cover it very well. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this one on here. Oh, excuse me, my nose runs this time of the year. Well, it's been running all year long. What the heck? I better not tell a lie, because if my nose grows from a lie, it's going to be sticking out here, like, you know, one of those sticks you use for a drum. And then what? Then what? Then we just hang stuff on it. You can just hang your problems on me. I'll just set them right here on my nose like this. No. I was so afraid of that happening, you know, Pinocchio's nose. I was always very careful about not telling a lie. Because that show scared me. I love it. I do love it. I love all of those shows like that. I just think they're pretty awesome, but it did scare me. Because probably because my brothers teased me. Andrew's nose is growing. It is not. Andrew's lying. Look at her nose, Mom. Look. That is probably why I have so many allergies. It's my brother's fault. Because they tease me so much about everything. That's what happens when you have a lot of brothers. I have sisters too. I have 2 of them. 2 sisters and 4 brothers. Okay. Here we go. Get out this doodad. I'm going to let's do something fancy. Let's do the scallop here. because we can. And it's a journaling card, so let's make it look kind of pretty. I'm going to have to break down and clean up all my tools, get all the paper pieces out. I have to make myself do it. Okay, in it goes. And in it goes. Just like so. Yes. And then we have these two pieces that would need to go in this, but remember what I said is when you fold this one, when you fold this, if you fold this one up this way, see, it's upside down. So you would want to fix that with something, you know. This would be right side up, but the whole bottom would be upside down. But you can fix it, you know, with I don't know, you could glue another piece of paper on the front, something like that. This is the one I kept doing upside down. See, I don't know. I was going to hang some doodads on this, but then I pulled it out and I was like, it's upside down, Angela. So, there it is. Over there, in the pile. Okay, so I'm going to put these over in the pile for something to do later in the week. So you could do these with also pages. Let's do, now remember, we want the flowers on the inside, or on the outside, but we're going to have some that'll be upside down. So you won't have the extra journaling card here, but you'll fold in your gusset. You'll fold this over to here and figure out where your pocket's going to be. Okay? And then you'll fold this one up to the height you want it. Let's say right about here. We'll put tags in this one. Okay? Now, this time I left the bottom closed. This is a thin enough paper that you can do that. If it's the cardstock papers, or, you know, the little thicker ones, you don't have that choice. So, you know, that is something to be aware of. I'm going to trim this, and I'm going to trim this, and I'm going to put my little thumb notcher in here before I close it all up. There's one. And then we'll need one up here. Okay. Now let's glue along this long side. Now remember, this is just, we didn't trim this one in the center this time, here, across here. We're just going to fold it over because it's a nice thin piece of paper that will allow us to do that. And because it's folding over, we actually don't even need to glue along the bottom. Okay, so now we have this and that, and we have this. Eek! So let's just find something cute like this and glue it on there. Okay, maybe not that one. Let's glue on, oh, how about, no, I don't want to glue that on there. No. Let's glue on something here. Here we go. Yes. I'm going to glue this on there. See? We'll trim it off. So we're just going to go like this. We'll just trim it when we're done here. Okay, just going to put that right on there. Okay, let's trim that up. Don't trim through your edge of your envelope or it will open up and your papers will fall out the side. Same way with the bottom. You can do a little angle cut there and that'll help you not to hit the edge. An angle cut's just kind of, your scissors are at a little angle. Oh, that looks cute. I love that. Okay, now let's go back in here and put our thumb notch back in. Even if it looks bad, yeah, we're going to put it in anyway. So there it is. And then we have some little extra papers here. So let's just trim that down a little bit. Not like that. That is very bad trimming. Bad trimmer. I'm a bad trimmer. Okay, so from the bend up to the top, put a pencil line. Ta-da! And then over here, put a pencil line. And we'll cut that off. And we'll cut it off this way. There we go. And we'll put one down here, and we're going to add one here. So let's grab a piece of our paper. Yeah, that one won't work. I already tried that one. I already messed it up. So right here. Right here. So you don't need fancy paper or anything else to do this. You just need a little bit of time. And you can actually get quite a few of these done if you did them, you know, mass making style, which you do all the same things at the same time. And not like what I'm doing here. Okay. Is this the right one? Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm not going to put a magnet on this one. Although I should, huh? If I put a magnet on, it would be all done. Let's put a magnet on. Sometimes you can find little magnets like this at the, they won't be as flat as this, but at the hardware store they do have magnets that might work for projects. Just so you know. I need this. I need my tape. There we go. All right. There we go. Okay. This is going to go this way, so I'm going to put this right on there, like that. Now I'm going to peel that off. Like so. I'm going to put this in here, like so. That there. There we go. And I'm going to put this on there. Ta-da! Little one of these. Put that on there. Make sure it's not sticking out. And peel that little tape off there. Throw it over there. Then we're going to, glue that down there just by pressing it over. Ta-da! We'll take that off. They're kind of old, so the tape kind of wants to come off with them. So, good idea to use them. There we go. And this. So you can see, you can just use just any paper. You just get a different size holder for your little journaling card. And there we go. So we need a couple little tags in here, like so. Or, let me grab a Kleenex. Okay. So, we have some of these we could actually use. This would be a cute tag sticking up out of there. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go right here. Cut that flower out. We would back it, of course, and shape it up. So there we go. We have one little journaling card there. Maybe you'd want to make a taller one. And then we would need one back here, and I have one here somewhere. Where is it? I had one. I don't know where it went. Oh, goodness. Well, when all else fails, you grab something that'll work for a journaling card. And you reach in your drawer and you pull out come on. You pull out an Edith Holden page. And you make a couple of really cool journaling cards with it. So, I would want one to be at least that tall. Cut that off right there. And using this side as our journaling area. There we go. That's kind of cool because it's writing. And then We would need a little longer one, so we'll use the leaves this time. Right there. Let's cut that off. And there we go. A little tag in there. There you go. Just some little things you can do to make quick tags and all kinds of goodies. There, I think that looks a little bit better. So you might want to, you know, put nicer edges on them and stuff like that. Or you could put in things like this, you know, just ephemera pieces. So there we go. That is what I have for today. Just a quick fold over pocket with a 12 by 12 piece of paper if you go that route. Or you could go the route of magazine pages, whatever. They all will work just fine. So there we go. And we end up with this really cool journaling spot down here. So let me move this one like this maybe. And maybe like that. No. Let's bring this down like that. I have to set it up for my picture at the end. So there we go. Just different ways of doing it. And we end up with some beautiful journaling space. Here would be up to you to put whatever you'd like there. You could put a big flower. You could make a little layering of items there. That would be cool. You know, you could put in some words, advertising, all kinds of goodies. But that's what I would do. Okay, thanks for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed this. Please give this video a thumbs up and become a subscriber if you're not. And leave me a comment. I love comments. Just a hi is even great, and I'll answer it. I'll say hi back. So that would be great. So lots of people give me a hi, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.